Every Halloween, we carve pumpkins, light candles, and tell spooky tales. But have you ever wondered why? Why do we chase the dark with flickering lights and whispered stories? Tonight, we're unraveling 3 secrets behind Halloween's glow. A wanderer cursed to carry an eternal ember, a love that crossed from dreams to reality, and the ancient festival where spirits were welcomed like old friends. Mimi, got your lantern ready?
Lit and ready, Boo. What's the first tale?
There was once a man so notorious, even hell refused to take him. They say his name was Jack, but everyone called him Stingy Jack.
Stingy? Like he never tipped anyone?
Something like that. He was clever, mischievous, always finding a way to get what he wanted without paying a price. But cleverness, Mimi, is like a double-edged lantern. It can light your path or burn your hands.
Ooh, sounds like trouble's coming already.
One night, Jack invited the devil himself for a drink. He said, "Come on, one drink won't hurt." The devil agreed, perhaps curious, perhaps amused.
Wait, he just asked the devil for a drink? Like, hey dude, grab a pint?
Exactly like that. They drank, laughed, and when it came time to pay, Jack said, but I have no coins. Why don't you turn into one?" And the devil did. But clever Jack slipped the coin into his pocket, and inside that pocket was a little silver cross. The devil was trapped.
Oh no, poor devil outsmarted by a drunk man.
For a while, yes, but Jack eventually let him go, on one condition. The devil must not take Jack's soul for 10 years. The devil agreed, vanishing in a puff of red smoke.
So 10 peaceful years for Jack?
Peaceful? Not quite. Clever men often find new ways to tempt fate. And when 10 years passed, the devil came again. Jack was walking through the woods, his lantern dim, his smile sharp as ever. He saw the devil and said, "Before you take me, could you climb that tree and pick me an apple?"
An apple? That's oddly polite for a farewell.
Oh, it was a trick, of course. When the devil climbed up, Jack carved a cross into the trunk. The devil was trapped again, unable to climb down. Jack grinned. "Promise me you'll never take my soul," he said, and once more the devil agreed.
So, the devil never claimed him, but that means when Jack died,
neither heaven nor hell would take him. Heaven said, "You've lived a life of deceit." Hell said, "A deal is a deal." And so, poor Jack was left to wander the darkness between worlds. He begged the devil for a light to guide him. The devil, perhaps out of pity or perhaps amusement, tossed him a single ember from hell's fire. Jack placed it inside a hollowed turnip, and from then on, his lonely light roamed the dark hills. People saw that glow in the fog and whispered, "There goes Jack of the Lantern."
Jack of the Lantern. So the first lantern wasn't for decoration, it was a soul's light.
Exactly, Mimi. A light for the lost. A flame that says, "I may wander, but I am not gone."
But how did pumpkins come into it? Turnips sound so tiny.
When the Irish carried Jack's tale across the sea to America, they found pumpkins, big, bright, and full of warmth. They carved faces into them, placed candles inside, and each glow became a tiny echo of Jack's wandering light. Over time, The story changed. What was once tragedy became celebration. People lit their own lanterns to welcome spirits, to remind themselves that no darkness lasts forever.
It's like every pumpkin on Halloween is a promise to the night. We remember you.
Yes, and maybe, somewhere, Jack smiles every time one is lit. He's no longer a trickster lost in the dark, but a guide, lighting the way home for others.
Then next time I see a jack-o'-lantern, I'll say, "Hey, Jack, thanks for the light."
He would like that. Maybe you'll even hear him chuckle in the wind.
Don't scare me, Boo-Boo.
Only a little. After all, stories are meant to keep the dark company.
This one felt different, though. Less scary, more kind.
Because even in ghost stories, Mimi, light is never far away. It flickers, it trembles, but it stays. And tonight, we remember Jack, not for his tricks, but for the light he left behind.
None.
And that light carries us to our next secret, one that crosses not just the darkness of the world, but the boundary between waking and dreaming. You see, Halloween, or Samhain as it was once called, isn't just about spirits. It's about love that refuses to stay asleep, ready for a tale of a god who dreamed.
A dreaming god? Oh, Boo-Boo, you're pulling me in deeper. Tell me.
Mimi, tell me, have you ever had a dream so vivid that you could still smell the air when you woke up?
Maybe once or twice, the kind where you wake up and it feels wrong to be awake. Why? Did you have one?
Oh, I don't dream, little wanderer. Spirits don't sleep. But I know a story about someone who did. A dream so beautiful, it crossed the line between life and death.
You mean like a prophecy?
Like love, born in a dream. His name was Aengus, the Celtic god of dreams and love. They say his laughter made flowers bloom, and his sigh could summon the wind.
A dream god. That sounds lonely. Always watching others dream but never sleeping himself.
Lonely indeed, until one night during Samhain, when the veil between worlds thins, Aengus closed his eyes, and for the first time he dreamed.
What did he see?
A lake, silver under the moon, and there, walking along its shore, was a woman unlike any other. Hair like autumn wheat, eyes like sunlight's reflection on water.
That sounds almost too perfect to be real.
Ah, but dreams rarely are real. That's what makes them dangerous. When Aengus woke, he was still in love with a woman who might not exist.
Poor guy, so what did he do?
He searched for a year, then 2, then 3. He begged his mother, Bowan, goddess of the Boyne, and his father, Dagda, lord of life and death. They sent druids and spirits to find her.
Did they find her?
Yes, by a misty lake called Dragon's Mouth, but there were 150 maidens there, each cursed to become a swan.
All of them swans. Why?
They defied a jealous spell, so their wings became their prison. Only on Samhain could they walk as humans again.
That's the same night when spirits cross over.
Exactly. Samhain isn't about death, it's about conversation between worlds.
So how did Aengus find her among all those swans?
He stood at the lake's edge as dawn touched the water. One swan turned and met his eyes. It was her. He knew instantly.
He recognized her even when she wasn't human anymore?
When you love the soul, the body is just one of its many shapes. He called her name, Kyre Ebermythe, and she flew to him.
That's beautiful. But if she was a swan, could they be together?
Aengus asked his father to change him too, and so he became a swan himself.
He literally turned into a bird for her. That's dedication.
They flew together for 3 days and nights, singing a song so beautiful that all who heard it fell asleep dreaming sweet dreams.
It's like a divine lullaby.
When they returned home, they never parted again. Even now, between waking and sleep, you can still hear their song.
So that's why he's called the God of Dreams. He didn't rule them. He became one.
You catch on quick, little traveler? That's why his story is told during Samhain, the night when dreams walk.
You said Samhain isn't about death. Then what is it really about?
It's about connection between life and death, dream and waking. Every ending is a gate to a beginning.
That's comforting. But do you think love like Aengus's still exists?
Oh, sure. You humans just hide it behind screens now, but you still look for someone who makes your soul take flight.
That's one way to put it. So Samhain, that's Halloween now, right?
Yes. Back then, people lit bonfires. Now you light pumpkins. They used to carve turnips, not pumpkins, you know.
Turnips? That's not very spooky.
Tell that to Jack of the Lantern, the trickster who fooled the devil. He wanders with a burning coal and a carved turnip.
So even Halloween decorations have a story.
Every mask, every shadow, every laugh in the dark comes from Samhain, when people danced with the unknown.
And maybe to feel less alone.
Exactly. When you wear a mask, you're saying, I'm one of you tonight. Don't be afraid.
That's kind of poetic. I used to think Halloween was just candy and costumes.
It still is. But beneath the glitter, the old heartbeat of Samhain still hums. Memory, love, and all we've lost.
So that's what you meant earlier. Dreams, ghosts, gods, lovers, they all speak that night.
Yes, and if you listen closely, you'll hear Aengus and Kyre's song, reminding us that nothing truly ends.
I like that thought, that maybe those we love still visit.
Dreams are their favorite doorway. Samhain just keeps it open a little longer.
You make it sound so peaceful, Boo. Not scary at all.
Fear was never the point. Even ghosts want to be remembered, not feared. That's why we tell stories and not screams.
You're a good storyteller, Boo. You make death sound like a lullaby.
Maybe it is. Maybe that's what Aengus's song really was. A lullaby for those who wander between waking and sleep.
Then I hope, when I dream tonight, I'll find something that loves me back.
You already have, little wanderer. The world itself loves you back. That's why it lets you wake.
I hope so, Boo Boo. Their story makes Halloween feel softer, like it's not just about ghosts, but about holding on to what matters most, even across worlds.
Well said, little wanderer. And that brings us to our final secret, a tale not of one soul or one love, but of the night itself. Samhain, the root of Halloween, when the world danced with spirits, fairies, and the unknown. Want to know why we still feel that shiver in the air?
Yes, tell me how it all began, Boo.
You ever notice, Mimi, how the air gets different around late October? Like the world forgets which side it's on, living or not.
Yeah, it feels kind of thinner, like the air's holding its breath. Is that just me?
Not just you, little traveler. Long ago, people believed this really was the thin time when the veil between worlds loosened. They called it Samhain, the Celtic festival of endings and beginnings.
Samhain. So that's before Halloween.
Way before. Samhain marked the end of the harvest, when the fields went quiet and frost began to whisper. It was a moment between years, their New Year's Eve. People lit bonfires so tall you could see them for miles, not just for warmth, but to guide friendly spirits home and keep the mischief makers out.
Mischief makers? You mean like ghostly troublemakers?
Oh yes, the Celts were quite imaginative. They said the dead walked that night, visiting the living. Some came to bless the hearth. Others, well, just to cause a little chaos. So villagers wore masks and animal skins to fool the spirits into thinking, hey, I'm one of you, don't bother me.
So, Halloween costumes were basically ancient ghost camouflage?
Exactly. Primitive fashion meets spiritual survival. And those bonfires, they'd take a flame home to relight their hearth, believing it kept them safe through the winter. Everything they did had a reason, even the weird parts.
And the stories? I've heard Samhain had like ghost tales and monsters?
Oh, the stories, deliciously eerie ones. You see, when the nights grew long, people gathered around the fire to tell of what lurked beyond. There was the black dog, a shadowy beast with eyes like embers. If you saw it on a lonely road, it meant someone close would die soon. But strangely, some said it also protected lost travelers, guiding them home before the dark took them.
So it wasn't purely evil, kind of both warning and guardian?
Exactly. Most of these spirits weren't about good or bad. They were about balance, reminders that life and death walk the same road, just on different sides.
That's hauntingly beautiful. What other stories did they tell?
There was the banshee, a woman's wail drifting through the mist, singing of a soul about to pass. Her cry wasn't meant to scare. It was a kind of mourning in advance, a reminder loss is part of being alive.
So even the scariest voices were acts of love?
You're getting it. And then there were the fair folk, the Saide, Celtic fairies who crossed over during Samhain. Not the glittery ones you see in picture books. These were ancient, powerful, sometimes kind, sometimes tricky. Leave them milk or bread, and they might bless your home. Forget to offer? Well, maybe your cow stopped giving milk for a week.
So, it's basically treat the Fae well, or they mess with your Wi-Fi?
If the Celts had Wi-Fi, absolutely. Samhain was full of bargains between humans and the unseen. A night of respect, fear, and fascination, equal parts devotion and curiosity.
What about witches? They always show up in Halloween stories. Were they part of Samhain too?
Oh, indeed. Witches weren't the cackling movie kind. They were wise women, herbalists, keepers of ancient rhythms, people who knew when to sow, when to heal, when to rest. Samhain was their sacred time, when intuition and nature aligned. Only later did fear turn their wisdom into something darker. But once, they were the bridge between humans and the mysterious.
So Halloween witches started as healers and storytellers. That feels so different from what people think now.
History's funny like that. The old stories bend with time, but if you listen, the truth still hums underneath.
What about pumpkins? You said something earlier about turnips.
Yes, the famous jack-o'-lantern. Before pumpkins, people carved turnips with candles inside. The tale came from a trickster named Stingy Jack. He once trapped the devil with a silver cross, and when he died, heaven and hell both refused him. So he wandered the world with only a coal to light his way, carried inside a hollowed-out turnip. People started carving their own lanterns to scare off Jack's wandering spirit. When the Irish came to America, they found pumpkins, bigger, brighter, easier to carve. And so the pumpkin became Halloween's glowing heart.
That's wild. So every pumpkin I've carved is basically a nod to some wandering Irish ghost.
Exactly. You've been doing folklore this whole time and didn't even know you were part of the tradition.
It's strange. These stories are so old, but somehow they still feel familiar, like they're built into how we see the night.
That's the beauty of it. We still crave the same things they did: connection, comfort, and a little mystery to keep our hearts awake. That's why we still light candles, wear masks, tell ghost stories. It's not just play, it's memory.
So, Halloween isn't really about fear. It's about remembering.
Yes, remembering and celebrating. It's the one night the world lets its shadows dance. Children laugh at the dark. Adults sip cider by lantern light. And for a few hours, everyone touches the ancient rhythm again. Life, death, rebirth, and joy in between.
I think I like that. Halloween as a night of remembering, not just pretending. Even the ghosts sound gentle now.
They always were, Mimi. People just forgot how to listen.
Thank you, Boo, for reminding me. I think I'll carve my pumpkin a little differently this year. Maybe leave out a bit of bread, too, just in case the fair folk get hungry.
Wise choice. Never underestimate a hungry fae. Now go on, traveler. Light your lantern. The night's waiting, and it's kinder than you think.
None.
A wise choice, Mimi. And who knows? Maybe Jack's ember will flicker nearby, or Aengus's song will hum in your dreams. But for now, our fire's burning low, and the night calls us back. So to all you listeners out there, from BooBooCRT, carve your pumpkins, tell your stories, and don't fear the dark. It's just the world's way of whispering, you're never alone. Good night, little wanderers. May your lanterns burn bright.
Good night, Boo Boo, and thanks for the light.